Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, hello, my name is Jessica. Subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, turn on that notification bell, that way you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. So today's video is going to be very different. I haven't done anything like this before, and I thought it would be, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit more fun for me to look back on this because this is more of a personal video in my opinion, and I'm basically going to be taking a look back at 27. If you guys didn't know, I am 27 years old and tomorrow is going to be my 28th birthday. So I just wanted to kind of go down memory lane, see what fun, memorable things I experienced during my 27th year of life and kind of make a video montage out of it. I also feel like this would be a good idea to continue in the future, so I can do one for 27, which is going to be this one, then for 28, for 29, and so on and so forth. That way I can look back and kind of see like how my life has evolved, and also to kind of give me a little bit of a motivation to, you know, live my life more if I feel like it's kind of lacking. And of course, this year and the year before with COVID, a lot kind of came to a halt, so I didn't do like as much as I maybe would have wanted to, but that's okay. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's just going to be a little bit of a recap of my year. I have a note here on my phone, so I'm going to be referring to this. I'm going to be looking down a lot so that I can read the notes off of my phone, and I'm just going to, you know, go through and share some of the memorable experiences and things that I've done in my 27th year of life. Of course, I'm not going to share everything. You know, there's a lot of personal stuff that happened and that I just kind of want to keep to myself and, you know, with those around me. But everything else that's not like super serious or whatever, like I'm going to share it with you guys. So let's jump right into it. So my birthday is on September the 2nd, and all of these events of course happened after my birthday. If you guys are curious, I am a Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun, I'm a Virgo rising, and I'm a Pisces moon. Let me know down in the comments what's your zodiac sign, and if you know your rising sign, moon sign, and your sun sign, let me know that as well, because that'd be super cool. So the first thing that I did after I turned 27 was I got my third ear piercing. So it's this one right here, and I actually got this because I was working with a brand on Instagram and we collaborated together. They came over to my house, they pierced my ear, and it was just like super fun. I never had a collaboration that was like that, so it was really memorable for me, and now I have this to kind of remind me of that for like the rest of my life, which is super cool. The next thing on my list is I went to the gun range, and that's like a pretty normal thing here in the state of Texas. Like a lot of people have guns, but I never in my life had A, like shot a gun, B, went to a gun range, or like been around that many guns my entire life. And so that was a first for me, and I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of like thrilling and exhilarating to like shoot a gun, but I do not condone any sort of like gun violence or anything like that at all. Okay, just wanted to, you know, be clear about that. I bought myself this iPhone that I have right now. This is the iPhone 11, and I bought myself this with money that I made off of doing like really big brand collabs. And I was working with like an iPhone 7 for the longest time, and the quality of it was starting to get like not the best. The phone itself was also having a lot of issues, and so I was able to just go to the Apple store, pick out a phone and buy it, and that made me feel like super proud because it was money that like I worked really hard for with like Instagram. That was when I started to make like a decent amount, and so I got this iPhone, and super proud of that moment. And I obviously still have the phone, and I just take care of it with like my whole heart, because this is literally how I get my work done. Like without this little device, like I don't know how I managed to get any work done. Okay, the next thing is that I traveled to Salt Lake City with my entire family for the first time, and that was absolutely insane. Like Salt Lake City, literally the most beautiful mountainous place like I've ever been to. The mountains, the snow, like the air, everything is just so beautiful there. And I also have clips of this trip, a little bit of clips, so I'm going to throw those in now. that's just a very small glimpse of the Utah trip. I do have a lot more video, but I didn't really feel like sharing that. I wanted to keep it like close and personal, but that's like what I feel comfortable sharing, and it was just so beautiful. Like the views there are absolutely insane. Like I would not be opposed to moving to Utah if I'm being completely transparent. Like it's that nice. After that Utah trip, fast forward a few months later, my husband and I went on this Discover flight where basically you fly in a plane with a pilot and somebody that from your party gets to be a co-pilot. And my husband is like obsessed with airplanes and like flying. He wants to be a pilot like down the line, and so he actually got to fly a plane and it was incredible. Like I love flying. I'm not afraid of heights or anything like that, and so this was so much fun for me. So I was passenger, I was in the back seat, literally got the back all to myself, and I just enjoyed the views, enjoyed the ride, and I have clips of what that was like, so I'm gonna insert those here. And let me just say, it was absolutely amazing. Like I would 10 out of 10 do it again. One of my biggest work collaborations in my 27th year of life was working with Toyota. Toyota is a big deal. They are a huge car company, and they were so kind enough to lend me a very beautiful 2021 Toyota Corolla hatchback, and they lended it to me for 2 weeks. And for those 2 weeks, let me tell you, I was driving a whole new car for those whole 2 weeks. Like I legitimately became obsessed with that car, and I was so sad when I had to return it, of course, so that they could take it back. But that was literally one of the best and the absolute biggest collaboration I've ever had to date. It was incredible, and definitely like one that I will remember forever. So that was a big deal for me. One thing that I experienced, and a lot of other Texans experienced as well, was a snowstorm. So I am from Southern Texas, from Houston, and we do not get snow down here. It is very uncommon, not very likely to happen. So let me tell you, when we woke up to snow, like everything was like a white wonderland. I was shook to my core, and that to me was like obviously something very memorable because it was absolutely insane. And you know what's so funny? I'm kind of gonna go like on a little bit of a ramble here, but the very first time that my husband and I went out to Colorado, we went in the winter time, like during Christmas, and there was no snow there. It was hardly snowing, but then when we returned, it had snowed here. Not nearly as much as it had this time around, let me just say. Then we went to Utah, we came back, and then it snowed, and we literally have this little like inside joke where anytime we go to like what's supposed to be a snowy climate and it's not super snowy, it's because we're like bringing the snow back with us to Texas. That was just like a little inside joke, but I do have clips of the snowstorm situation, so I'm gonna insert those here because that was something very memorable. And it was something that lasted for like 3 or 4 days, the snow. Like it stayed, it didn't go anywhere, which is like an insane occurrence for Houston, let me just say. This year, we really put a lot of hard work into renovating our house. So one of the biggest things that we renovated was our flooring. Our flooring used to be carpet. It's still carpet in the bedrooms, but like everywhere else, it's now the wood flooring, and that made the biggest difference. That was something that was memorable because it's something that we did as a family. We did together. We put our hard work, sweat, and not tears, but just like exhaustion. We just put all of that into doing this ourselves, and we were able to do it in a weekend, and the transformation was absolutely amazing. I did share it on my social, so if you guys aren't following me on my social media, I will have it linked right here. Make sure that you follow me because you don't want to miss out on stuff like that. So I'm gonna share the clip right now so that you guys can see like the before and after, because it's absolutely insane. It didn't even feel like the same house for like a good month. I was just like, holy crap, whose house is this? So I'm gonna roll the clip now. thing that we renovated recently was our bathrooms. We tore out the vanity and inserted a new one, and that also made the space feel completely different. I did share a decorating with me video of the bathroom in case you guys missed that. I'll have it linked somewhere up here on the screen that way you guys can check that out. So that's another thing that we did. A lot of giving love back into the house is what we did this year, but there's still a lot of things left to do, but you know, we're just like taking it one project at a time because these projects can be very expensive. Another thing that I did this year that's very memorable is I got vaccinated. Who does not love a vaccinated queen? Honestly, you guys, get vaccinated. You know, think about it if you aren't, because honestly, it saves lives. It could save your life. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Another thing that I did, speaking of health, was we joined a gym, and it's honestly such a really good environment. Like, the people there are so nice. It's like a family-owned gym. Everyone seems to be just like really genuine and super cool, super down to earth, and really friendly people, and so I really love that. I look forward to going to the gym every day because it's like I get to socialize with the people that I see almost on a regular basis, and it's just really nice. Because I'm not someone who socializes like a ton. I'm basically at home working by myself with my dog the entire time. So it's nice to get out and socialize a little bit every day. Another thing that I got done is my very first hydrofacial ever, and that was an experience. I honestly was a little bit disappointed because I've seen so many videos of when they like take out the little jar container of like all the gunk that was basically like on your face. I was really looking forward to having like super dirty water because my skin is like acne prone. I have congestion in my skin, and so I was just assuming, oh, it's gonna be filthy because like I have problematic skin. To my surprise, not like that at all. Even the esthetician was like, wow, I am shocked that there's not more in here, which was a little bit of shade, but I get it. I did too. I was blown away. So that was a really fun experience. Although I will say it hurt so bad, but like maybe 2 days after, my skin was just glowing. It was so smooth. It looked so nice. Like, my pores had never been so clean ever. So that was a really, really cool experience for me. I definitely want to do it again. So maybe I'll treat myself to doing that again this year for my birthday. Who knows? I will keep you guys posted if I do it in a few months or not. Another amazing thing that happened this year that I'm so incredibly grateful for every single day is for this little guy sleeping on this chair. He is my therapy dog. Like, honestly, I could go on a whole fucking thing about how much he means to me, how much he has helped me and my mental health, and like, just, I honestly am so appreciative for him. I adopted him in May of this year, and it's been the fucking best. Let me just say, the absolute fucking best. So he literally, cherry on top of 27, let me just say. Another thing that I did was I went to some social events for our gym. So our gym does like social events, and we went to the beach. We also did barbecue night, and I didn't have any video footage of the barbecue night because that was obviously at someone's house, very private, very personal. I did not want to whip out my camera and just start filming, but I did film a tiny bit of clips when we were at the beach, so I'm gonna roll those now. And last but certainly not least is that I made an Instagram friend and I met her in person. I know that sounds kind of like okay, but let me just say, for someone who experiences and struggles with generalized anxiety and social anxiety, that is a big fucking deal. Jessica, a year ago, no way in fucking hell would she have been able to do that. But honestly, therapy really has come in clutch for me. I think I started therapy when I was 26, like the end of 26. And I'm still going to therapy every week, and it has literally been the most life-changing thing I think I have ever done ever. It is an investment for my mind, for my health, for my soul, for my being, and it's the best because by going to therapy, like, I have been able to do a lot of things that I would not be okay with. Like, I'm a lot more comfortable like in myself and with my own thoughts. Like, I see such a transformation in myself, and that's another thing that I was like also kind of doing as I was putting together the clips for this video and just going through like my planner and like my journals. Like, there was a lot of reflection happening, and it was so special to me because I was like, I've grown a lot. Like, even though I didn't necessarily do as much as I wanted to, like, yeah, maybe I didn't go here, maybe I didn't go there, maybe I didn't make a ton of friends, maybe this and that, but like mentally I have grown so much. And like, my therapist can attest to this, my family can attest to this. My mental health has just improved tremendously, and I'm just really looking forward to 28, and I'm really looking forward to just continuing on this mental health journey that I'm on and just becoming better, becoming the better version of myself every single day, and also experiencing more and living more. I want to look back at 28 and look at all the amazing things that I've done, because if there's something that, you know, I've learned in the past few years is that like, life is so precious and we really do need to live it to the fullest, and we shouldn't care so much about little things that stop us from living our full lives, like what other people think or what could happen or what ifs. We just need to like go out and do. I guess that's where I'm gonna leave that. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this very vulnerable, very real, very personal video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you have watched for over a year or in the past year, I appreciate you greatly, and I can't wait to, you know, share more of my life with you guys and just see how I evolve, I guess, as a person in the next year. So yeah, that's everything. I hope that you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. I love you and take care. I'll see you. Bye.